Welcome into Rightside Radio, where we're doing all the things on this Wednesday. What the Hale County Wednesday?
I almost said no, it's Thursday. Ugh.
I know.
It's been the longest week ever.
Only Wednesday. I'm Amy Beth Shaver.
Wait. Yesterday, y'all were literally saying it felt like Friday.
Yeah, on Tuesday. And now we still have to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. You know, they say when you work together, a lot of things start to merge. Like our feed, you know, on our Insta feed, our Twitter, X, whatever. We see the same things. We're thinking the same thoughts. And then today, perhaps we all met somewhere first, and then we ready break, went other places. My husband called and was like, hey, let's meet for lunch, which never happens with his schedule.
How does he even eat? How do doctors eat?
They eat cold food standing up, or they don't eat, or they run down to the break room and they have lunches brought in, like the whole, whatever. But they don't eat well. Okay. So he takes his lunch, but today he finished and he's like, hey, where are you? Are you near me? And I'm like, what?
Oh, that wasn't planned?
No. And near me, does that mean, are we getting cupcakes? Like, what does that mean? So we met for lunch at our new favorite place, thanks to Allison. And I said the name of this place, and I'm not going to say it on the air because they should sponsor us.
They should.
No free advertising.
Nuh-uh.
And we're eating lunch, and all of a sudden I was like, I think that's Sinclair's car. But that would be crazy because that's odd that I just know in my soul that is Allison Sinclair's car. But I bet I'm crazy. So I went back to eating the food that shall remain nameless. And then I walk upstairs today to the studio, and what does Sinclair say?
You texted us and told us where you were, and I had my to-go bag from that same place. So it was me. I should have waved. But our lives kind of sync up, and it's scary. It makes JP's life a little easier because we send him the same videos.
Okay, so y'all both sent me the Pope clip on Monday, and then y'all didn't send me the same clip today, but you sent me a clip on pretty much the same identical topic. So
you know what she hasn't done yet is usually once every other week she will call herself Allison Sinclair.
She'll call herself.
Yeah. She'll be like, I'm Allison Sinclair with wait a second.
Well, if I call myself Amy Beth or Allison Sinclair, then we got a problem.
Hey, we will not judge.
Bob.
We won't judge. You do you.
You should
JP.
judge if I ever did that.
No, love is
love.
love.
You should judge me hard.
You do you. You can be a fish.
I want to be mocked if I'm doing something stupid. So I don't do anything stupid anymore.
Okay.
I think sometimes shame and mockery is very productive.
It is.
Yeah. By the way, in our culture, I think we've lost the ability to use shame and mockery.
Isn't that the point of like
satire.
the town square? Like you put them in the town square and let everybody come by and throw tomatoes at them. And
and the stocks. You just bring back the stocks. Put yourself in it. Get a tomato thrown at you or rotten some other such kind of soft fruit.
Now we're really canceled.
Anyway.
I mean, if yesterday wasn't enough.
Look, the town square and some public shaming, like the parents who put the sandwich boards on their children. Do you remember that? We covered the story a couple years ago where the kid had done some wrong stuff and they got in trouble. So they made them stand outside either their school or the Walmarts. Do you remember?
No. And like they said,
yeah.
I hit my sister.
Yeah. I mean, it was just something dumb, but I thought, well, that's a genius idea. I'll find the story.
My kids did remind me. Did y'all? Okay. Oh, God. Parenting.
You don't have to say which child.
There are some things I regret. But anyway, you get real creative when you have 4 kids because some things work on one and some things don't work on the others. And so you got to. So Jennings and Connor, there were 2 creative things we did. One, did y'all ever do the t-shirt where you had to get in the giant t-shirt?
No, we didn't.
No.
And move together. It was awesome because they ended up falling and laughing and then it was over. We also would make them go to a room together and they could only come out when they had one story. They had to agree on the story. Usually they spent hours in said room.
That's good.
So it was kind of nice because we got a break. The other thing, and I think this is a military thing, Huntsville, you can respond. we made them wash windows inside and out. So like one was on the inside, one was on the outside. So it's like you have to stand there and look at each other, and then you end up giggling. But actually, you get your windows washed too.
Mhm. That's really brilliant.
I think parenting is one of the most creative jobs.
Yeah, it's really.
Did you ever do anything?
I bet
Or were your
one of my
kids,
children will text me and tell me. I don't remember at the moment, but they did lots of things that they thought they shouldn't have to do. But I love the idea of putting on a shirt. That's so good.
It's like a giant, not a tidy whitey. That's a tank top, right?
Yeah.
Oh, those are underwear.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
underwear.
That's underwears.
It wasn't a wife beater. It was like a giant men's undershirt, and we just stuck them in it. I don't know. I got grounded all the time.
Yeah.
Not all the time, because I was actually a really good child. But I got spankings.
No,
Oh,
we got
like
spankings and
hairbrushes.
grounding. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
did. My dad would spank us with a wooden spoon,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
his name was Mr. Spoon. He goes, don't make me go get Mr. Spoon." And what's funny is we were never allowed to touch Mr. Spoon. Okay. And my oldest brother, who's 10 years older than me, he was in like high school at the time, and I was like a kid, like 6 or 7. Okay. Y'all done to 6, 7. Thanks.
I'm trying to grow up.
Me too.
JP.
Anyway, so I went in the kitchen and he was using Mr. Spoon to cook, and apparently I stood there and I go, "Oh," and he goes, "What?" And I go, "You're touching Mr. Spoon." You know, I'll do that.
Mr. Spoon sounds really mean. Let me tell you. What a name.
Mm. I mean, get yourself ready for some serious punishment for that. No, we had a spoon, but growing up, we had spankings. We had to work. We got grounded. Our kids got grounded for sure.
Were you old enough, like Jared? I don't remember this, but my husband, like, you would get paddled in school.
Oh, absolutely. And when our middle to youngest children were still in school, that was still on the table.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you were at a private school.
Yeah. That was on the table. So, in one school where we have been, they would call the dad to come up and administer discipline if it had gotten to that point. It rarely did, but they made it clear that if that was going to happen at that school, Dad, we don't care what you're doing. You're going to have to come handle your child.
I think that's where we went wrong. We need to bring it back.
Yeah.
Some kids just need a good spanking.
Well, they do. And then you think the kids today realize, what am I being good for? What morals are we laying down in the classroom?
Well, and you sit there and you watch everybody else get away with everything.
Yes.
Everybody gets a pass, especially if you're, special in some way.
Yeah, you're not. Oh, goodness.
So I don't know. I parenting has been a doozy.
Oh,
talk about sanctifying.
You don't realize that when they're little teeny tiny, just enjoy it.
Justin, y'all are a lot. Y'all are a lot.
Did you just dox me?
I did. Sorry.
kidding.
I went into parenting mode. Sorry. Do you want me to say your full name, middle name
Yeah,
included?
middle and last
Actually,
name,
I
yeah.
don't know your
My
middle
address, where I live, my email.
name.
Yeah.
Social security number.
Yeah.
No, but
What were
It
you
gets
gonna say?
harder as they get older. It
Yeah.
really does. You think, oh, they're going to be off in college. This will be delightful. Not true.
maybe Tom with all the kids will text in his creative parenting,
Please.
and we can share the love with everybody. I do wish, and probably if I was a good person, if we were good people, we would start like a moms group for those new moms
Oh,
and tell them no.
Oh, we can tell them all the things not to do.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, tell them, like, look, okay, this didn't work. This did work. Let me save you. Hey, take that perfect picture that you drew of your life, the way it was all going to hash out and your kids were going to grow up, and just go ahead and crumple it up and then burn it.
Here, just like this.
Yeah.
This is we're going to rip it
We'll
out.
do it together.
Do this and then bing.
And then in the trash can. And
I-
then you light the dumpster on fire. And that's what parenting
Oh,
is
there's a
like.
lighter over there. We can just,
You don't like that?
I don't
I was
think.
just saying, I apologize to all the people driving that to hear that in their stereo.
Sorry.
It's theater of the mind.
Yeah, come on.
They knew they can't see us,
Good,
but they knew
sir.
exactly what we were doing.
Basically, Allison's telling the truth. Just go ahead now. If you have a straight line, just scribble on that. Keep it in front of your face. Stay on your knees. You'll be fine.
And when you think you're such a great parent because one turns out well, just wait. Just wait.
Are you saying some
It's
of your
coming.
kids didn't turn out well?
No, they're awesome. Our kids are awesome. We love them and we like them, but they're not. It's just hard.
I love how Amy Beth was given the right answer and Allison's over here like,
It's debatable.
It's just hard. It's just all around hard. We have a friend who also has 4 kids, and here's the answer that he gives, because he was like, people used to ask me, how are we doing? He was like, 2 were usually great and 2 were usually terrible. And, sometimes 3 were great and 1 was struggling. But he said, what I like to tell people is on average, we're doing fine. And I have since started, I adopt that.
Yeah.
They're fine.
You're one of many. I mean, it is kind of like one is having a complete meltdown. You get that child back up to normal functioning, and then somebody else falls out. Like, okay, here we go again. And it's just a roller coaster.
But the best part of parenting, though, truly, is when you like your kids. And that's the fun part. Now we're in a really fun part of life.
Are grandkids everything they say they are?
Yeah, now I know why people like whip out pictures of their grandkids, because you're like, oh, I get to do it again, but this time with knowledge.
Yeah. And with a home they go back to.
Right.
Yeah.
And they want to see you when they come over, and it's delightful. And if you spend too much time apart, they act like they don't know you. And so then it's like a built-in, I need to see you every couple days.
Sweet.
So anyway,
I'm not there yet.
but it's really, you're going to enjoy it so much, Allison.
Hopefully
it's
I'll
going to
be
be
a
hard to
much
pay
better
attention to anything else. but
grandmother
little kids.
than I was mother.
Oh, I just have so many regrets. But you know what?
What?
God never wastes our mess. He always turns it into good.
I was about to say God is sovereign. And so you just have to rest in that.
That's right.
Okay. Well, that was a great first segment. We got to take a break. I don't know how we got talking about parenting.
I don't know.
It's a good
that's a good tone setter.
Yeah, good tone set. I think there's some adults in the news today that need some parenting.
Oh,
Maybe a spanking with Mr. Spoon.
How about this? If you have any parenting regrets, text them into 833-687-4448. And Tom with all the kids, tell us how you
Where
discipline
is
all
he?
17
Is he
of your
not
kids.
out there yet?
Not yet.
Come on, Tom.
If Tom with all the kids is listening, let us know how you
If-
discipline your 17 kids.
He's kept 17 alive. He's got some knowledge.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have it on the other side. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I am Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. I'm excited for all the things on the show today. What?
Pause.
You gotta wait.
All the things.
I don't know how you missed that cue.
I'm sorry.
You cued yourself and you didn't even know it.
Dang it. We have all the things today. All the things. See, I got it. I got it. I learned from my mistake. We have a great montage. We have hot flash news, and perhaps we will debut a little segment in the, well, maybe 3:30. We'll try a new little. Which one's that? The 5. Okay.
There's only 3 of us.
I know there's only 3 of us, but that's
Not as cool.
That's girl math, and it's not as cool. So, what do we want to call it? What do we want to call it?
I don't know.
I'll tell y'all during the break.
Okay.
I have an
So,
idea.
anyways, we have something fun at 3:30 planned. Why are you laughing? What?
I can't say my. Okay, go.
Okay, don't do it.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we will be taking something on that Allison Sinclair brought up earlier today.
Oh, throw it back on me.
Well, it was a great story. We're going to do a plunge
It's a new
at
segment.
4:00
called The
tomorrow.
Plunge.
The plunge. And trust me, you do not want to miss what we're going to talk about.
It's
Gird
the
your
week
loins.
of cancellation.
Yeah.
It's
You know.
just-
It's a little trouble for us. No problem.
What else
Let's
should we
go.
talk about to get canceled?
Yeah. There we go.
Fully canceled.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe we could call the plunge fully canceled.
We're just gonna go there.
It's fine. All right, go ahead, my friend.
Oh, we got text. 833-687-4448 is the text line number. Paul Bryant from Athens says, don't forget throwing raw eggs, the kind of embarrassment that lasts through hair washings.
Oh, I've never put egg in my hair.
Really?
Does it take a lot to come out? I guess
And
it's
how long-
slimy.
At what temperature does the egg begin to scramble in your hair?
Can
Uh-huh.
you imagine?
Ew.
Can you, like, that would stink.
Yeah, if you're running and they're throwing eggs and then it starts to kind of curdle.
Ew.
Cottage cheese.
Paul Bryant also said when y'all were talking about paddling, he said the all caps board of education.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
That's what ours was called.
Yeah, we didn't get
School.
paddled.
You
Uh,
didn't get paddled?
No.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
At school?
No
Mm-mm.
little
Nope.
corrective measures?
Nope. Mm-mm.
I don't remember that either.
Mm.
I think
No, I
it's about
didn't-
the time they took the 10 Commandments out and they took paddling away.
Thanks, Madeline Murray O'Hare. So I didn't get paddled at school, but I may or may not have received some at home.
I
Maybe.
just remember my mom. It's so funny what you remember. Like, I think we were in the car and I was in the back seat and she got me with a hairbrush on the leg.
Oh, where
I guess it was the
is my hairbrush?
closest thing to her. Moms are funny. They'll just grab anything.
Well, they will because we've had it. You know, we simmer. You know, we're like a teapot, and we're fine, and then shazam, not fine. Don't you think?
I'm laughing because one time, this is not confession. I don't know why we're doing this. I still have nightmares. Connor was probably 3. It's when I had a minivan too. So I was in total mom mode and we were at the Galleria and I don't know what happened. I was fine. We were at a red light pulling out of the Galleria and I had it. So what did I do? I took his favorite sippy cup and threw it out the window into the bushes and drove off.
I love it.
And it's probably still there. It will never disintegrate. But I look back and I'm like, you are so mean.
That's funny. Can you
There's
imagine?
no going back. It was in the middle of winter. I wasn't going to go dig.
Can you imagine being walking on the sidewalk and you just see this sissy cup falling
Disintegrating.
out of the minivan?
With Thomas the Train on it.
That was his favorite.
Yeah, Will loved Thomas the Train.
Batman.
Bless
But
it.
anyway, yeah, we could keep going, but we probably won't. Confessions with Al. Oh, shoot. I got to take us out. Okay, we got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And finally, time for an incredible montage, Allison Sinclair.
I'm getting my pen.
I mean, like, I'm really excited about
ready
this
to
one.
go.
There's a lot to talk about. In fact, there's so much to talk about today. We may not make it. Well, we will make it to Hot Flash News, but maybe that little segment idea, we may not even get to it. But I'm kind of excited about that too. All right, JP.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh, wait, I got to tell you about Stan McDonald, who is a partner at the law firm of Wilmer & Lee out of Huntsville. He's a 30-year veteran in the practice of law. Not only will Stan advocate and fight for your legal needs and rights, but he has been an absolute warrior for causes near and dear to our Rightside ruffian community. Attorney Stan McDonald has represented his clients in literally thousands of real estate transactions over the years. And when Stan McDonald is on your side, you have no greater friend. And likewise, your adversary will have no greater foe. So Attorney Stan McDonald, here's his phone number, 256-533-0202. That's Stan McDonald, 256-533-0202. And tell him you heard about it on Rightside Radio. And no representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Black News.
I hate this.
Wait, what?
I absolutely hate that the president has to leave the White House to go campaign for these Republicans. Republicans, step up. Why does daddy have to come save you? This is the problem. Trump comes in, the arena's sold out. Everyone's going crazy. Trump leaves 4 people, and 2 of them are the Republicans' family members. Republicans, you have to step up.
We talk about test scores. Well, if you subtract immigration out of test scores, all of a sudden our test scores skyrocket. If you subtract immigration out of healthcare, all of a sudden we don't have nearly the size of the healthcare challenges our country faces. If you subtract immigration out of public safety, all of a sudden we don't have violent crime in so many of our cities. Issue after issue, we talk about these things that they just happen to us. The schools just suddenly fail. Violent crime just suddenly explodes. The deficit just suddenly skyrockets. These are a result of social policy choices that we made through immigration.
Chinese-owned groups have been buying up schools across the United States, including Spring Education Group, with ownership of 240 schools across 19 states. And they're funded by a Chinese investment firm whose CEO has been described as, quote, an ardent Chinese nationalist.
Who do you look up to the most?
The Creator.
What's your current position on God?
God is the Creator.
You don't believe in God, though, do you?
Well, I believe this universe came from something.
Do you pray every day?
I pray every day, yeah.
Me too. I'm a scientist, but I'm a believer. And, people, how can you be a scientist and believe in God? And it's like, well, easy. So much of this makes sense. And it doesn't make nature and science any less interesting. It makes it more interesting. It makes it and more important. It's like we're here, I believe, that we're here to access that energy, allow it come through us.
It's so good, JP. It's
Thank you.
really good. So much, right?
I don't know where you want to start. Somebody else call it because
You want to go in order?
Yeah, actually, so the first story, I don't know if y'all saw the hot mic that Trump was on a couple of days ago in the White House where he was complaining about how the Republicans in Congress are letting the Democrats just run out the clock on his administration and nobody can get confirmed because the Democrats are obstructing and the Republicans are doing nothing about it. It's frustrating. So the president himself is frustrated by this, but not only that, the president has to spend time to go and campaign for, these midterm elections, which is not unusual, but it kind of leads to if Trump's not on the ballot, are Republicans really going to win a lot of these elections? Like Trump has to go out and do the campaigning for these folks to get them to win their seats. But it just kind of adds to the frustration of it's not just, us complaining about, these Republican congressmen, but Trump himself is complaining about the lack of action from them. And so much that Trump is even going out of his way to have to campaign for midterm elections. It adds to the frustration of Republicans not doing enough and aren't as effective as the Democrats are at just obstructing.
So think about what you're saying. What is the difference in Trump and the other Republicans practically? Like, what do they need to be doing? Because Trump won this giant mandate and this election. He campaigned on and he promised all these things. Now, Trump still hasn't delivered on several of them. He's done a lot. But why does Trump continue to rally the base and they don't? Like, you have this perfect kind of what you're aiming for. What gets people out to vote. Why are we not doing that? And exactly what is it that you think they need to be doing? Because Trump isn't doing everything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Is it just his talking game? Is it his energy? Is it his bravado? What do you think?
I think we're having the same thought again because we had the same lunch.
We need to separate.
We maybe need to separate.
Yeah.
But I love what you are asking because look at what I wrote down before you said it.
Oh, I didn't cheat. I didn't see that. I did not see that.
What traits
My brain is full.
essentially does he bring that Republicans do not? He brings, and you have to get to a certain age. I'm telling you, you get to a certain age. Now, some people are born with it, but most people have to get there at their middle 40s, early 50s, where you wake up one day and you don't care. I think he brings, because that's what I'm interested in, to tag on to what you're asking. He has, yes, a bravado, but that bravado is built. He earned it through his business. He earned it through his dogged, disciplined work ethic that apparently his kids say is bonkers. But he also doesn't care. And that I don't care doesn't come because you're arrogant. You don't care because you're confident.
Yeah.
You are not a people pleaser. You are not owned by other entities. You do what you want. You're a J.K. Rowling. You have that kind of money. And I find that other Republicans, outside of a few, like we may have one coming to Alabama that could be our governor. I'm just saying. But the rest of the Republicans, mainly Tim Burchett's another one who's incredible. They don't care. Everybody else is in this matrix and they're covered by a web of lies, of deceit, of favors, of, well, they won't like me very much. They're cowards and he's not. And that's what I think is his penultimate trait is courage. And most Republicans just lack it. And I know there's many other ones, but I think they all build to the things that I mentioned, to this courage that he has that they lack. And I really wish other people, I like that Tuberville has it. I like that Tim Burchett has it. There's a couple, like Anna Paulina Luna on some things can really be like the hammer, which is great.
Ron DeSantis. But I mean, am I wrong? No.
Like add to that. But that's really, when you play that, I'm like, what is it? It's his character, starting with his courage.
Do you have thoughts, JP?
I mean, so obviously there's the factor of he's a once in a lifetime figure, so him being on the ballot is going to have a lot more weight than just a run of the mill Republican congressman. But everything you said, I agree with. He's the guy that gets shot in the ear and then stands up and, fists say fight, 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 that kind of bravado and confidence. But it's I'm going to figure out a way how to do this that the rest of the Republican Party just doesn't have historically and continues to not have. The Democrats literally invented the omnibus bill, or the what's the spending bill that we passed with the big beautiful bill. There's a name for that kind of thing where you kind of pack them all into one.
Basically an omnibus bill.
Yeah, well, Pelosi invented that to get Obamacare through, and we slightly reaped the benefits of getting it done with a big beautiful bill, even though there's a lot of the pork in there that Republicans jammed in there as they usually do. But I feel like a lot of the establishment Republicans just rode the Trump wave of, they were the Johnny come latelys. And it's like, well, you need to pull your weight, do something. You're just kind of riding the Trump wave and seeing what it can do for you. And well, Trump's not going to be on the ballot. Okay. So who has been doing the work behind the scenes, building the foundation to keep it going instead of just doing what can I get out of this sort of thing? Because the Democrats, like I said, they are known for their effectiveness in the wrong way. But I think that all that is true. Like Trump is I'm going to figure out a way to do this. I'm going to get 30 something felonies on me. I'm going to survive an assassination attempt. I'm going to be literally dead, buried, and gone politically, and then rise from the ashes and win the presidency again, where the Republicans just across the board don't have that. So they need to figure out quick because midterms are coming.
But you look, okay, so I'm just going to kind of think out loud because we talked about this with Senator Tuberville the other day, talking about, and he literally leaned back in his chair, which, by the way, I've never seen him in an interview like that. That was hysterical. This is awesome. I mean, he was so laid back. But he literally said, I do not care.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. And I think you get to that point. You probably go up and you probably try and play the game. He knows he's on his way out. And so it's just like, I'm just leaving it all here. Then you look at bringing it home to Alabama. You look at Montgomery. Can you do that? Okay, I have two questions. Well, let me finish my thought on Montgomery. Montgomery eats those people alive because we have legislators that go down there that are like, I'm going to be Trump. I am just going to stand by my convictions. And they are, when I say blackballed, I mean, they can't get co-sponsors. They can't get their bills out of committee. They can't get anything. They're absolutely shut down. So what is the time where you do play the game? And are we hard on some of the people? You know how we were talking about Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and how Dan Bongino, and we sit back and we judge them. And then we're like, oh, wait, they actually were doing things. So how do you balance actually going and kind of playing the game because you have a bigger scheme of getting things done? That's my first question. The second question is, can other people effectively act Trumpish and be effective? Or is it just special to him?
Well, in terms of playing the game, I think you have to learn how to play the game to be effective. So but the problem is the people that are the best at playing the game, politics, they play the game for the wrong reasons. So it's just being able to find somebody, and I understand it takes a special person to be so strong in their morals and convictions and is actually a get after it conservative that can also be really dang good at politics and figure out how to get stuff done. So it's not like the game itself is bad. You got to learn. I think the problem is, I mean, it's a gross and dirty game of politics. Like, you know, it's you're going to get dirty playing in it. But the people that can keep their integrity while playing the game so dang well that what they get done is effective long term. And kind of like what you said, of if it's just a special person, you know, like with Trump, I think they're out there. I really do think they're out there. I see a lot of people, like in my generation of Republicans, that have so much passion, and I think they're willing to get in and play the game effectively. But it doesn't have to be a once in a lifetime figure like Trump. I think it requires people to get engaged and actually start doing it.
So most people don't have the mental, emotional, tactical abilities to pull off what he pulls off. Is that what you're saying?
I would.
I agree with that. I don't think they do, or they wish they did, and they get in the pig pen and they're like, that's just easier to play with the pigs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of courage, but it also can be done. It can be transformed. And I think those that are inclined that way should gather the traits that they appreciate the most about Trump and just start emulating them and just do it. Because we didn't become America by having weak leaders, you know, and we need more of that. So I think Trump may be a once in a lifetime, but I also think he brings so much good to the table that we could all learn from. But it is pathetic, back to the beginning of the story, that he has to go. I agree with Tyrus. He has to go campaign for somebody because really only 4 people would show up. And he's not wrong. So Republicans, that's a you problem. And you're not good at that. Are we all a bunch of parasites?
Yeah, we're just kind of lazy.
I know we have to go to break, but I'll just add this. You don't have to be the showman, flashy person like Trump is.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if y'all have seen the guy running for governor in Florida against who's the Byron Donalds. He is a rock star, and he's not a flashy. I mean, he can talk,
Love him,
but he's not a flashy showman guy like Trump. He's just simply, we're going to get rid of H-1B visas, you know, however we can in Florida. We're going to put America first, and we're going to he's just, here's what we're going to do. I don't have to constantly talk about it. I'm
just gonna do it.
speaking with conviction that we're going to do it. And Byron Donalds, who is kind of the career politician, I don't know how long he's been in DC, but he's seemed a little bit rattled because this is kind of like an outsider guy. Oh, you can just say what you're going to do with passion and conviction. Like that's how you win people over. So I'm just saying that to say you don't have to be the flashy Trump guy. Just have a backbone and stubbornness and get what you want to get done. Just get it done. So I don't know. He's one to look out for, but I think the next generation of Republicans will have a lot of those. I'll just say that.
You know who I think of when I think of this? I could be wrong because I wasn't really paying attention to Alabama politics, but our friend Scott Beeson, I think he did that well.
He absolutely did. It's well said.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, on the other side, maybe a few more texts because I started talking about throwing sippy cups out the window and shameful parenting stories. We'll get back to your texts and more news. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, finishing up our first hour before we dive into even more news the next hour. JP, do we have texts?
We do. 833-687-4448 if you want to get in on the text line. Mike from Florence said, there's a weekly classified paper in Florence, the Courier Journal. That's what I used on my son. Not big enough to hurt, but starting when he was a toddler, it was plenty big enough for the shock value. Courier Journal on his butt. He and I on the cover when I taught him to ride his bike, and him and my granddaughter on the cover when he taught her.
Oh, how cute.
That's a good story.
I bet it makes a loud noise too. So you're kind of like
flapping sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like that.
Paul Bryant from Athens said, please read the omnibus bill of the summer of 2019. Billions went to the NIH and CDC for COVID pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah. That was cute. No, there was no suffering because of that, and we all survived. Yeah, I'm kidding.
No, we didn't all survive, but I
we
feel like
didn't.
most of us,
It's wretched, and I don't know how anybody can trust the government ever.
Well,
Ever.
If we're talking about budget stuff, I don't think we're ever going to come back to a normal level, because asking the government to bring back spending on anything because of this like $6 trillion we spent that year. So we were at like about 2 to 3, 6. Now we're at like 5, 6. Like it's staying at the COVID level.
7.
Yep.
You were going there and you stopped yourself. So I thought I'd just fill in the blank.
That's good, JP.
But yeah, it's we're not going to come back to that, I don't think, because even the 2 to 3 trillion was out of control. But now, like COVID just shot it up so much, and now Congress got a reason to spend and spend and spend. And now, once you spend that, you're not going to stop spending that. So that's the problem. I agree. But all the pork that was packed in there, as it normally is with omnibus bills, the Republicans are great at it, just as much as the Democrats are.
It's a both.
But at least the Democrats
sides.
get stuff done when they do it. The Republicans.
It's terrible stuff.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, what do we do now?
Mm-hmm. What was it? Only 1 billion of Doge that was codified, and it was the NPR PBS. Like only the ones that they could make a political win, they would do. They're not going to do all the other ones because that's scary.
Why are we so win averse?
We snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're soft.
Yeah. Weak.
Is it
people
all
pleasers?
The soy?
It's the soy. It's the water.
Turning the frogs gay.
I was about to say that.
What's that thing? That
Turning the
stuff.
frickin' frogs
Something
gay.
zine in the water. Atrazine.
Atrazine and
it's atrazine.
Yeah.
It's affecting everybody.
It's literally making the frogs. Well, no, it makes the boy frogs girls.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
they're tranny frogs.
Alex Jones was right before everybody else.
Oh, we thought he was crazy. He was not, because it's true. All right, we'll get to Stephen Miller dropping bombs. Holy cow. And China. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And I'm wondering why we didn't have these headphones when we were moms driving on the family vacays and it was loud in the car, because these are the best noise canceling.
You're right. You can't hear
The
anything.
noise canceling earbobs. They're real good.
I thought you were saying we needed these for like communication with the back of the van. Come in, third row. Calm it down, or you're getting the brush.
We're pulling over.
Don't make me
pulling
pull
over.
over. Over and out.
You said you wanted McDonald's? Forget about it.
Stop hitting your brother.
Also, put your socks back on. Your feet smell like goats.
Oh, y'all.
Did you
We've lost all.
hear
No,
the
but the other
goats?
day I had to throw some of my grown kids' shoes outside. It was so bad.
I'm so,
so
glad I'm not
bad.
the only one.
Oh.
They all
No.
stank. They think that, then that one stinks. I'm like, do you not smell your own feet?
Oh, mine are bad. Or at
Yours
least
are
they,
bad?
They used, well, they probably still are, but man, they were really bad growing
Is it
up.
a thing? Like, do some people have feet stank?
Well,
They
I mean, I
Yes.
I was an
Stanky stank?
I was an athlete, so I came home with my cleats, and ooh.
It's
I mean, I'm used to smell. I was in locker room, so I'm used to the smell. But I would forget the fact that not everybody was, and I would take my cleats home, and my dad would be like, "Son, we need to burn those."
sounds like what Chris used to say. But yeah, we needed these on the breaker 19. Breaker 19.
Someday we'll do a.
Put
if you
your
were
shoes
a trucker. What would
on
your call sign be?
now.
This is-
But I did look that up, and there's a particular type of smell, and the feet really do smell like goats.
Spit on you. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
But no, but
Dang
do you,
it,
I
back to
do have a
serious.
question. No,
Yes.
wait. We
Okay.
did this. We had this discussion in our old life.
What?
Do y'all wash your feet
Mhm.
when you shower?
I do now.
After we had that discussion?
Well, I do now.
Like, do you take soap and wash your feet?
Yeah.
JP?
Okay, what classifies like wash? Like stop and literally sit there and scrub.
Yeah, you risk your life because you pick your foot up.
Yeah.
And then you could slip.
I do wash my feet, but I don't spend 5 minutes scrubbing my feet. No.
Okay, I
It's
don't
just-
wash my feet.
The-
I've never washed my feet.
Well, you are in the. I mean, you
Like
don't
the water
have to.
Doesn't the shampoo and the soap
Yeah.
of your body, it runs down your feet? Doesn't that
just-
count?
It does, and I basically feel the same way that you do, but recently took up foot washing. It's a late break. How do we, Allison?
I don't know. I mean, maybe people can. Maybe I'm really weird, but I don't wash my feet.
But you're in the shower with hot water and soap, and it's
disinfecting enough.
It's a sequitur. It's logical.
It's a sequitur.
Guys, did you see what I did there?
Sequitur.
Show off.
Sequitur. That your feet would. I mean, the hot water soap. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
it just
blah.
and then it goes
I mean,
down the drain.
but
It's like constant.
Should you occasionally? Yes, because maybe you have to dash outside to do something. You're like, I should probably wash my feet, and
I'm not buying it.
But
I think the waterfall water.
But I think it's
soap
fine. I mean, it's the
mixtures.
same thing that they say: wash the roots of your hair. You don't have to wash the ends.
Wash what?
Wash the roots, like your scalp.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about the ends because the shampoo will filter through the rest of your hair.
Okay.
So yeah,
you know how much money I save on shampoo? That's great.
a lot. Do you have like beard oil?
Yeah.
and
Do
stuff?
beards get washed?
I mean,
Shampooed?
no, I don't shampoo my beard. It's not long enough. If you got a beard like to your waist, then I'm sure you.
By the way, if
shampoo
you
it.
do one of those, I'm gonna have problems.
So I left my clippers in the storage unit from Gadsden because I'm
dear.
an idiot. So the beard's kind of getting scraggly a little bit, but whenever I was home, I'd use my dad's clippers to keep
Bless
it trimmed
it.
up.
Dad. for the
Bless
day.
it. I'm done.
By the way,
Marking 'em. Okay.
we're not reading this. Scott
Yeah.
from Athens said it's mostly the type of socks people wear, and you can mix thyme oil and water to deodorize your shoes.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Okay.
Are
That's
you
great.
reading what I'm reading?
Mike.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad I did, Mike.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that's really funny. Well,
Bless
apparently
it.
I'm the only one that doesn't wash my feet. I'll go home now.
It's fine.
I do change my socks often. Maybe that's helpful.
I think it is.
I can't say how often.
It doesn't matter.
Just
You know
kidding.
what? We're all here. We're alive. It's happening.
All right.
It's okay.
Should we do news?
So after the Trump situation that we've just discussed, there's the Stephen Miller immigration lowering quality of life. And I know that had people losing their ever-loving minds. I know that it did. But I thought that what he took us through was masterful. And do you know what he took us through?
Well, I don't know, but I'd like to read. You keep going, but I'd like to read what he said.
It is, and I do want you to read what he said. Think about it this time as Allison's reading what he said. He does what most people don't, and he did it in a very logical way. He connected the dots for people as he was going through his list of test scores, healthcare, violent crime, the deficit, and on and on. But it was so logical that all of a sudden you go, thought bubbles go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Because we'll scream about it, but he does it in a very dedicated way. And I think we need to emulate that more.
Because it's hard. You can, but it's hard to argue with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And any person that's honest with themselves, that is interested in hearing data and information, will take this and go, you know what? That's absolutely true. So this is what he said. He said, we mask the impact of immigration on every public policy issue we discuss. If you subtract immigration out of test scores, all of a sudden our test scores skyrocket because they don't speak English. It's not that difficult. If you subtract immigration out of healthcare, all of a sudden we don't have nearly the size of healthcare challenges our country faces. If you subtract immigration out of public safety, all of a sudden we don't have violent crime in so many of our cities. Issue after issue, we talk about these things. They just happen to us. The schools just suddenly fail. Violent crime just suddenly explodes. The deficit is just suddenly skyrocketing. These are the result of social policy choices that we made through immigration. And I don't know if what would be the argument against that? Like how would someone go about saying, no, Stephen Miller, you're wrong?
And they just call him a racist for saying it.
But that doesn't prove that he's
Exactly,
wrong.
yeah,
That's nothing.
you
That's
can't-
emotional.
You can't prove that it's wrong. It's right. It's facts.
And you lose the argument when you're emotional. Do you have anything that you can rebut that with that is factual?
No, I don't. This is a great point. I mean, that's all they have. Our emotion, or if you meet a church person who is a little liberal, very liberal in their theology, the best that they'll say is, but we're supposed to help the poor. We're supposed to help the immigrant.
Mhm.
Yes, we are. But
Not
we
to
have
our
a
own detriment.
country to maintain, and not with policies, you're exactly right, JP, that hurt us year after year after year.
That's the equivalent of a father. Let's say he's married and has 4 kids. And you are responsible for that household, for taking care of those kids. But you're like, I made dinner. Y'all can starve. I'm going to take this to the neighbor's house. You can't do that.
No,
That's not what you're called to do.
that's right.
You cannot help others when you yourself are starving. And that's exactly what we're doing to our country. And it's not going to end well. But the fact that people, like you said, will call him racist, will call him all these names, is just beyond me. I think at this point, I think at this point, if you still are subscribing to these ideals, you are probably just an evil. There's no way you can't see it. It's kind of like the COVID stuff.
Mm.
There's no way you can't see it after all we've been through.
Well,
Y'all agree?
Yeah.
I agree. And if people actually knew the benefits of deporting illegal aliens that are here, like everything from traffic, like in LA when there was ICE raids, I saw people commenting how lighter the traffic was all of a sudden.
Mhm.
And then, from stuff like jobs and housing, across the board. And then you go to, school situation and like the things you mentioned, there's so many things that illegal aliens are not, illegal aliens being here in the first place. They take up so much from the American citizens who are here legally. So getting rid of them, I don't think people realize how much and how broad the benefits would be across the board.
Mhm.
Just getting them out of here. I think if they did, how about we live a week in an America where, I don't know, at least all 10 million illegal aliens that came in under Joe Biden are gone. See how much you enjoy life better that way.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I agree.
Yeah. It's a great thought. Taking the food to the other people and you're starving. I love that analogy. That's really good.
Thank you. Give me another week. I'll come up with a good one.
No, it was really,
Another one.
That was good. That was really, really
Takes
good.
me some time.
I do think that when we're having conversations with people, the thing that we can practice immediately, because we'll have this conversation again over the holidays, because I'm sure somebody's going to bring it up and it makes the Christmas table super uncomfortable, is just ask people to engage with the facts. Like drop the attack and let's just engage with the facts. And then how would you solve it? And then are you willing to pay more taxes? And are you willing to take these people in? And are you willing to help them get legal? Because that's what we have to do on the other side of it, including Stephen Miller's connecting the dots, is also for the people who are for these things. What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
To take care of the things that you think are just fine. That's the other part of it for me.
We have
What?
We can't do this. Well, I know we got to go to a break. What is
Ooh,
that?
A shoe dryer. It's a shoe dryer.
Okay, we
you
got to go
guys.
to a break. But Michael from Madison says he washes his sideburns every time he's in the shower. Face and skin gets oily and such. Is that true?
JP
I
doesn't.
guess it is. Yeah.
Do you get oily?
See JP's face.
I water in the beard. That's all I do. I'm not one of those guys that I could oil my mustache to twist it up.
Some handlebars.
Yeah. It's almost, it's kind of a
Look at that.
Yeah.
Edward from Chattanooga. That looks pretty good. Yeah, he has a shoe dryer.
I'm
Or maybe he
impressed.
says a shoe dryer that you hang your shoes on may help.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point, Jeremy.
Jeremy from Madison.
We would stick dryer sheets in our shoes. Allegedly.
I know
it'd
that's
help.
a good idea.
That help?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It may just be a conspiracy theory.
No,
'Cause
I think
my
that's a
shoes
really
still
good
smell.
idea.
like-
Do, It's supposed to
it's just supposed to soak up
absorb
all the
bacteria.
stench. Yeah.
Bleh. Bleh. Jeremy shares my sentiment. How are we supposed to help the poor when our country is gone or we're broke?
It's fair.
Which we're broke. All right. Another break. JP, why do you do this to us?
Sorry.
All right. When we come back, China buying up schools. That was not my story. So y'all are going to tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll cover that on the other side. We'll be right back.
Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair-ish and JP. So we're previewing a story, but she went to warm up our coffee, JP. Come on.
How nice.
So what? Did you fall?
But I was downstairs heating up our coffee, and people that we share the building with, they said, I mean, I don't always get to tune in, but I just tuned in and I was watching on Facebook and y'all were talking about smelly feet. What kind of show is this? I said, well, we're about to talk about Chinese
we're
buying schools. It'll be very serious. So he thought it was funny. I said, do you wash your feet? He said, no, I'm like you. I just let it run down my leg. And I'm like, see, it's not a crazy conversation.
No, it's not a crazy conversation. And what everyone will learn is basically we're the throwback Glenn Beck. We are serious and then funny and then serious, maybe funny. You got to stay tuned.
He's
Our
not funny
job
anymore.
is infotainment.
I like it.
But hey, at least we're having the conversation about feet. And guess what? It's making people laugh because the news is heavy.
Yeah, he was laughing.
I've got some news. And Allison, I sent that clip in about China buying 250 schools.
What kind?
Allison?
What?
It's not great news. Okay. I went and I was listening this morning. And of course, when I wrote those notes down, I was with another notebook. She's in the car.
But
no, it's okay. So they bought 250 schools. One of the schools they bought was Trump's military school, or they tried to buy it. They've tried to buy a lot of schools across the country. And I don't know if you follow, and I'll find her at the break so that we can talk about her in the 3:30 segment of the show. But there's a lady who wrote a book called Mao's America. And she is Chinese and lived under the communist regime and then has since come to the United States. She's amazing. She's a great follow on X, but she's the one that reported the story on Fox with Rachel Duffy or Rachel Campos Duffy. And my jaw dropped because they're not even really hiding the propaganda, which is communism, and revising history, which has already been done. Because if you look into who owns the publishing houses for our textbooks, you know that it is, they're related in the Middle East. It all goes together. But now we have another group of people who are buying American schools. And then I found out, this is the other part of the bad news I didn't want to have to share, but I'm going to tell you that and I looked on the AIs. They're also buying up schools in the UK. So this is a concerted effort that they are buying private K-12 and educational institutions in the US and globally using branding. And listen to this branding, y'all, because a lot of y'all are military. You live all over the world. STEM and Mandarin, low fees to attract students, and then leverage it for soft power data collection and expanding Chinese educational influence.
I noticed that the name of the company is Primavera Capital,
which sounds like pasta.
It sounds Italian. And you're like, oh, I love Italy. Okay, you can buy me, but it's not. And they're not buying just the buildings. They're buying these schools.
All of it. The whole kit and caboodle.
Can you stop that?
We probably should talk about it.
Okay. We'll cover and solve that problem on the other side.
So I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors. You got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com. And tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver and Allison Sinclair, where Allison just returned from the kitchen.
I did.
She zapped our coffee because she's a good lady.
Well, Can't drink cold coffee unless it's purposefully cold.
Yeah, we
Ugh.
don't have any ice cubes up
Yeah.
here.
There's
Ugh.
nothing worse than cold coffee.
Ugh.
You don't drink iced coffee at all,
No.
JP?
Oh,
Okay.
Because I'm a man. I drink black coffee.
we're
hot.
so thankful you're here too.
Okay, look.
Thank you.
The young Kim on X. This is not a rap name. This is somebody's actual name. I know you, Allison Sinclair. So Representative Young Kim says that there is a Protect Our Kids Act, and it sets a simple safeguard if a school decides to run a CCP funded Confucius classroom, they can count on receiving zero taxpayer dollars. Do you remember when the Confucius Institute was at Troy?
I do.
And it was at one
So
other
weird.
institution. It was really weird.
Yeah.
And we visited, one of our kids visited there, and we went around the Chinese statuary garden. And at the time, I didn't know, they just have this whole garden filled.
That's strange.
And at the time, you think, well, oh, okay, this is, some friends. And I didn't feel like I could ask any questions at that point. I'm just taking it in, thinking, this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
So they shut that Confucius Institute down. Do you remember?
Yeah.
But now we have the Chinese, there's a businessman and there's a bunch of investors as well, private equity, just going through and buying up schools. Now, we know that they don't want to necessarily shut down TikTok. We know they've managed to master the art of data collection. We know that they won't allow their children to see in their own country the things they allow our children to see. And now they've managed to worm their way into the classroom because schools are failing, and also because money talks every time. No one doesn't speak the language of money. So I think under Trump, there's a chance that under this Common Sense Protect Our Kids Act, but I haven't heard a whole lot about it. This weekend was the first time I learned that this was happening, or that it was happening in the UK. Do you think that there are other things that we can do to protect this from happening? Because they're always about China. They're always about the CCP and influencing us for that reason.
I don't understand, why is it so controversial to say that a foreign government shouldn't own any educational system in our country? Why we couldn't go to China and buy their universities? I don't know what the rules are, but maybe you could establish an American university. I don't know, but I don't think there should be any issue with that. It's kind of like them buying our land next to our military bases.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be negotiable. But I got a question, because, okay, it's awful. The Chinese are going to collect our data. Fine. They already have our DNA because they bought 23andMe, whatever. Let's just go ahead and take, all my answers to my emotion test or whatever you gave me. But that's the thing. The American government already has it too. And if you think that your kids they're given surveys in public schools all the time. How are you feeling? Are you struggling at home? That goes back to the mental health coordinator bill that they passed 3 years ago, where now they have all these levels of counseling and they can counsel your child without you knowing it. So the US government is collecting data on us. China is collecting data on us. And I guess I'm wondering, who would you rather have your data? At this point, I might rather have the Chinese have it than our government. And you can't go anywhere. We were talking about the airports. They know everything about us.
They do. And I think as you're talking, I'm thinking that the thing that makes it dangerous is that over there, they live and die by the social credit score.
Yeah.
And you can or cannot ride the subway, or you can and cannot buy certain things. And so the social credit that is over there isn't here yet. But that's the thing that worries me, even about the US having our data. But more than that, because our kids are basically marketing units.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. Beyond that, what are they trying to influence them for? And the idea that communism has been here for 100 years at least. Just look, it's been here. But what are they what are they doing? Because over there, the Christian, I mean, they have a state-run church and then they have the underground church. They regularly take people away that they speak out against. I mean, so is that what they hope to do here with their schools? Is to scare people into obedience?
No, I think it's more of a surveillance thing. I think they want to watch, listen, learn, gather who's coming. I mean, if you think about over in China, you throw a piece of trash on the ground, they've got cameras everywhere. They will come find you and fine you for that. So to me, it's probably more of a, we're going to watch, see how we can influence. We're going to get, I don't know. It's like those weird balloons. Did we ever figure out, by the way, were those Chinese balloons or were they military balloons?
I don't know. I remember that when it happened. Is China really that dumb to just float a balloon across the United States like that? I mean, there's some people that were saying that, well, there was a former CIA officer who is definitely not a liberal, and he was like, that was a freaking weather balloon. He goes, China's not going to waste their time to send that stupid little balloon over the U.S. and then it gets shot down. Like, so I don't know. Yeah. I personally don't think it was. But when you were talking about China buying up farmland and buying up schools, like the answer I've seen, I think I actually super grokked this when we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago. What is the argument to allow China to keep buying up farmland and land around the military? And it was like, pretty much free market capitalism. And that's pretty much it. So, okay. So if you're a socialist for thinking that, I don't know, maybe one of our biggest adversaries should not be buying up farmland and land around military bases, if that makes me a socialist, then okay. Like but it's also one of the things that Republicans are so bad at because they're a free market capitalist to the extreme, to the point that they just sit back and let China do whatever they want to do. Well, that would be socialism if we get in the way. No, it really wouldn't. You're protecting farmland and you're protecting our military and you're protecting kids from getting bought up by a company with a Chinese nationalist. Like, I'm sorry, that's not. But they get so wild up about TikTok and China owns TikTok and stealing it. It was a bunch of load of crap. That's completely different. That they do not care about China enough, clearly, because they're just letting them do this. So I don't know. It's free market capitalism, but AKA we're scared to do something because it's hard.
I don't know what do you think they're doing?
I think it's surveilling. I think it's a slow creep. I think it's happening and nobody knows about it. I mean, who knew that they were buying up land around military bases? Who knew that they were buying up land along with Bill Gates across the country? Who knew that? But we need to know it. And now we know that they're buying schools, about 250, doing the same thing in the UK. So now they're not even hiding. They're not hiding what they want to do. It is to influence kids for communism. I mean, really?
Yeah.
Which ultimately means that there's one person in control and the rest of us will suffer because of it. But they are normalizing that. We've normalized a lot of terrible things. This is another terrible thing that will normalize. Replace God completely with worship of the state. But it just is going to happen slowly. And I don't know. Yes, we've got this act that they're voting on that's common sense, but when do we ever follow through with what's common sense? And when do we ever ask the question you ask a lot? If we can't do it there, you can't do it here.
Well, I think they're teaching our kids to just hate America. All of what you said is true, but I think fundamentally they want them to hate America, hate Western civilization, because if you can crumble it from within, because kids who grow up don't like America or don't think America is worth preserving, then you got it. China's job is done, because the kids who grow up in America, they're eventually going to be adults and they're not going to see America as worth preserving. And then there you go. Job's done. America just kind of crumbles from within. I think that's the goal, is to teach them that America is a racist nation. America is not a Christian nation. America was founded by colonizers, and your history is not worth preserving. That job is done, because China doesn't have to do any propaganda. Then they already believe it. So
is this one of those places where they, and I'm not even sure who they are, but where they can use our own constitution or our own form of government against us, like the Muslims do with our freedom of religion and, free market? Like, is this where one of the downsides of not having a theocracy, or not having the downsides of having such an open, free government? Yes.
Yeah. But there's a balance between that and authoritarian socialism. Like there's a balance between we're open to the entire world, including our adversaries. There's a balance between that and authoritarianism.
Mhm.
But any sort of enforcement of government to keep out our adversaries is seen as socialism from Republicans. So that's like okay, well, if you're a free market democratic absolutist, then China and Russia are going to take advantage of that. So there's a middle ground. You don't have to be a full-blown socialist to do common sense things like block out China.
Agree.
Are the China? Okay, I was thinking about George Soros buying all the radio stations, and Bill Gates buying the land as well. China buying schools, China buying land. Are they all on the same team, or are those different teams?
They are all on the same team.
Really?
I think they're all on the same team. Ultimately, they're on the team of money and power.
Yeah, but do you not think in the end, I don't know why, I just thought of Marvel movies, which I don't even watch them, but like the villains that have a common adversary, do you not think in the end they go after each other?
They could, but that would be at the very, very end. After all, we're all
dead.
We're all dead. But I think if you look at the World Economic Forum and the very thick, layered partnerships that go on there, I believe that they are all for a one world government that sounds like the 1980s. But if you read what they've put out, that's what they're for. The 15-minute cities, the things that we've talked about for years, they're all in and they're all for that, because then that narrows down the power base, and the power base is for those special people, and they're all in it together. They all want the same thing. One world, one power, one government. We all bow down. They get to do what they want. And we have to do what they say, because they've taken away our cars. They've conditioned us to think communism is great, hate God, hate our countries, be a global citizen. So see, it doesn't matter where we are.
Yeah.
And I think I think based on just the World Economic Forum alone, that they're all in it together.
But don't you
I
think,
could be wrong.
I think the final clash will come down to the galaxy. Just kidding. Because in my head, China wants to rule the world. And the World Economic Forum, weirdo Soros people want to. I don't know if they can do it together.
But if they're all communist, they could.
You really think George is going to be like, hey, Xi Jinping, you run it. I'll stand down.
They'll do it together. They got a plan.
In the meantime, our plan is get involved in your local government, your
Amen.
local school boards, your local city councils, your local county commission. I mean, it matters. That is the one place you can save your community and get involved and actually make a difference. I don't even know where Davos is. I can't do anything there. Switzerland?
It's Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Sure.
It's beautiful and cold.
Yeah. But we can do something in Huntsville, which is not the same as Madison. So we need some Madison people too.
And we need people in
we
Auburn.
We need Athens. We need
Muscle
Chattanooga.
Shoals.
Harvest.
We need, we need
Save
all
Tennessee.
of it. Birmingham. That you're exactly right.
Yeah. So there's hope.
Mhm.
You just probably got to start a little smaller than you'd like. Got to take a break. And then I know we've got one more segment. Hot flash news in the 4:00 hour.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Okay. All right. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. So in the 4 o'clock hour, we're going to do hot flash news, as well as probably revisit the last story, science, God, Elon. It's good stuff.
Theo Vaughn. Wouldn't he love to be like, didn't he say he did a Bible study? Be hysterical.
Yeah, with Morgan Wallen.
To be in a Bible study with him.
Did they record it?
They should. Just set up a camera in the corner.
You know what it would probably be like is Jesus with the fishermen. You know, because they were rough.
They were rough. Did they have mullets?
They probably had long mullet. They probably invented the mullet.
I think they kind of look like JP, but
What,
with hair.
back in the day?
Yeah.
Whack as does have a beard.
Beard. Yeah.
Happy bearded men.
Happy bearded men.
But with all these people that the Lord clearly is doing something in their life, I think of must have been what it was like. Because they're rough, they're getting it done, they make no excuses, they have horrible language, but they have more profound things to say about God than many of the shiny, happy, perfected people that don't seem to know anything of hardship, suffering, and excruciating pain.
Good point. Really good point.
In the meantime, though, we got some texts.
Let's read them.
833-687-4448 if y'all want to text in your thoughts. Chris from Huntsville says, Mandarin on the cheap. It's all caps right here in Huntsville. Kids go for, quote, special summer programs in China. Sounds like Tampon Timmy Waltz's field trips for his students.
Wait, in Huntsville, they go to China on field trips?
Apparently, there's special summer programs in China up in Huntsville, according to Chris from Huntsville.
Thank you, Chris from Huntsville.
Brad from Crimestone County says, my wife likes her coffee the way she likes her men, pale and tepid.
That's good.
Not dark white.
No, not dark white. Paul Bryant from Athens says, what's also important is being able to resolve neighborhood conflicts when the police are playing traffic cop.
I don't get it.
I don't need Paul Bryant must have gotten in trouble with the police for his neighborhood for something.
Wait, is this recently or is this as a child?
Paul,
Does this
tell
go
us
back
more.
To parenting?
Tell us more. I don't know.
Read it again.
Spill it.
This is when we were talking about getting engaged in local politics. He said, what's also important is being able to resolve neighborhood conflicts when the police are playing traffic cop.
Okay.
Seems like Paul is airing out his personal vendettas on the text line.
Okay.
That's all of them. 833-687-4448. Let us know your thoughts.
It's funny.
Any final thoughts on what we've covered so far?
I don't know. What was it Jared Hudson said yesterday? Well, he said a lot. He has lots of words. Don't take advantage of what do you
Don't
say?
take advantage of our grace as Christians.
Yeah. And I feel like that is just happening in every sphere of American life right now. And I don't know what the balance is. I had a conversation with someone today talking about the Muslim schools and they were just kind of like, well, it's just kind of inevitable. And so I'm like,
no,
you mean we don't fight back? We don't do anything? And they were like, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like it's like a dog whistle, it's just like a talking point. I'm like, I don't get it. That I'm not made that way to just sit by and do nothing and say, well, it's just the way the world tends to go. And I feel like that is so pervasive on our side. I do think there's maybe a good and a best way to go about it. I don't know.
But you gotta do something. It doesn't have to get worse before it gets better.
Well, I really don't, and I agree with you. It is pervasive, which is why we're here to expose things that need to be exposing. But I don't know how we can continue to feel that way if we look around the world, and particularly where that's concerned. It never gets better.
I felt like
it doesn't just go away.
It was like, yeah, and we should be okay with our daughters getting raped too.
And your wife putting the burqa on, or girlfriend or whoever. Sure.
It's kind of weird.
It's odd.
Okay.
Things that make you go,
That was good.
Hot flash news on the other side.
I'm really excited. I got a ton of news. So buckle up.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Hey, my friends, Phil Williams here. You've heard me talk about Inspire Advisors, how Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors will help you grow your investment portfolio while also screening out the companies that don't stand for conservative Christian principles. Look, they are experts in what is known as biblically responsible investing, and they are now offering a limited opportunity for a free class on that BRI. Check out the class, register for free, their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. It's godly, it's conservative, it's financial freedom, y'all, with Inspire Advisors at www.moneypatternwealth.com. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And now, in our last hour of the day, we have a super fun segment. And then halfway through the hour, we'll wrap up with what we started with, which is going to be a lively discussion. Okay? Science, God, faith, Elon.
A great discussion.
But for now, we bring you Hot Flash News.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I can't help it. It's funny.
Good news. Did y'all see that the National Guardsman, Andrew Wolf, he got up from bed today?
Really?
Yeah.
That's good, JP.
I don't think they thought he was going to make it. I mean, I don't think he
No.
was in a good spot at all.
No.
So, big news out of DC.
Great news.
Yes. Did y'all hear that Eli Lilly and Company announced Tuesday it will invest more than $6 billion in a new pharmaceutical manufacturing facility in Huntsville, not Madison?
Okay, so we were in a conversation earlier today where that came up. Who is Eli Lilly? Please inform me.
Oh, okay. They're a pharmaceutical giant based in Indianapolis. And I went to school in Indiana for 2 years. And if you could get a job out of college with them, with Eli Lilly, big time.
So how much are they investing again?
$6 billion.
Wow.
Yellowhammer News is reporting that this is a blockbuster economic development win that state leaders say will be the largest initial investment in Alabama history.
Wow. $6 billion.
Billion dollars.
Wow.
In
Lot of jobs.
Greenbrier South. Where's
Yeah.
that?
Greenbrier South. I believe Greenbrier. Okay.
Wonder who's building it. Says it will bring about 3,400 total jobs, including 3,000 construction jobs and
Wow.
450 permanent high skilled roles.
Oh. Okay. I see where this is.
Do I know where that is?
Where is it?
It's just West Huntsville near Decatur. So
Kind of
actually
where
it's
that
deep
whole...
into it's right by the airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations, Huntsville.
$6 billion.
A lot more jobs.
$1 billion. Okay.
Even more jobs and more people coming to Huntsville.
Well, Huntsville is a great city. It just is.
It's great. But if people keep coming and coming, then the secrets we had to gatekeep Huntsville, okay? To a certain
agree.
extent.
I
you know?
agree. You couldn't let people know.
It's too late now.
Yeah, it is. Cat's out of the bag.
Sorry.
No.
It really started. It's because of the trash pandas.
The Rocket City trash pandas, not the Madison trash pandas.
Yeah.
The Rocket City trash pandas.
That are in Madison.
Because
Right?
their stadium's in Madison, but who cares about Madison?
No
Yeah.
one does.
People only mention Madison when Huntsville. Oh, there's Madison.
Yeah. Somebody's bitter.
I like to poke fun at the Madisonians.
It's okay. It's okay,
You know,
JP.
the FIFA World Cup is coming.
Could you play what is his name? Dang it. We need that theme music from the FIFA.
The FIFA?
The theme
Is that
music
like
from
the
FIFA.
Walmarts?
The last World Cup. Who's the guy who I'm going to find it. We need
Snoop
some
Dogg?
FIFA. No, we need some FIFA music. Carry on.
No, Snoop Dogg did the. So, FIFA will be here. The World Cup will be here. This summer. And in June.
What?
June. What happens in June?
Oh, I saw. Okay. I won't spoil it. It's Pride Month.
Yeah, it's Pride Month. And
Mm-hmm.
so one of the matches they're hosting is in Seattle, and it's on June 26th, and it's the first ever gay pride match in Seattle.
Mm.
Do you know who's playing in it?
2 countries that does not match it.
Egypt and Iran.
Yeah.
Have they refused the game yet?
Do you think they legitimately drew those two? Or was that purposeful?
You'd have to, because most of the countries coming that would play. I mean, we got to get a list of the company. Everybody's going to play. That
They're
was
gonna
bad.
play under the rainbow.
Are these people just stupid and naive, or because it's like the gays for Palestine marches? It's like, yeah, that's not really accepted.
Like, who's going to tell them?
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. I do wonder if it was intentional or not. And I wonder if those teams are going to actually play. Have they said what they're going to do? If they're going to play in the Pride match or?
I don't think they will.
I don't. let's see.
That's genuinely funny.
I don't know. And can you just move them around? Like, I don't know. I mean, I think they might be stuck. Either you forfeit or you play under the Pride rainbow.
You play under that rainbow, you may not be welcome back home in Iran and Egypt.
I don't know how this is going to go. Genuinely.
Don't they like throw gays off the top of buildings?
Yes, they do.
Mhm.
And we're so bad here. Let me tell you. We don't do that. I mean, anyway,
That's
I
such a
just thought that was
Seattle-
so funny.
Seattle, like everybody will be fine with gays, right? Everybody globally is fine with a gays pride match, and Egypt and Iran are not going to be.
Now they're just poking the bear.
Yeah.
That was all purposeful.
I think so.
Did y'all see that the DC the DC pipe bomber had a weird fetish?
You don't say.
What was it?
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, you could guess that, but guess what the weird his weird, okay, it says he wrote creepy fan fiction about blank.
Furries.
Okay.
He wrote
It's a little more
creepy
specific than
fan
that.
Okay.
fiction about furry cats.
You'll never get it. You'll never
Okay.
guess it.
Okay,
It's a
what is-
brand. It's a brand.
What?
It's like a
Nike.
thing.
About Nike.
Well, no. I mean, okay.
What?
My Little Pony.
This guy was a loser.
I think he was dark white. I don't know any black people that were into My Little Pony.
That's
Oh
just-
my gosh.
Yeah, that kind of
Okay.
tracks because people.
Okay.
What was it? Who was the last big criminal that came out? Oh, it was Thomas Crooks was into furries, right? It came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let me see if I can find some of his writing.
please preface and read the writing before reading it.
Oh,
on the-
yeah.
okay. Okay, hold on.
Oh my god. That's weird. Weird. I don't think we can read that.
Okay, no, this is kind of funny. No, it's not fun. Well, it's kind of funny. Hey, this is what he wrote. Apple Bloom's eyes snapped open as she sat up in her bed, panting heavily and sweat dripping from her red mane.
This is a My Little Pony.
The skeletons, the zombified ponies rising up from the ground, their decaying bodies and rotting flesh sliding off of their bones.
What the heck?
She buried her face in her hooves, crying silently at the horrible image.
What in the world?
Do you think his parents knew?
Weird.
I don't know. Probably not.
That's weird.
That is very weird.
Of
That sounds
all
like
the
something.
things you're going to pick,
That sounds like
I
something
am
an anarchist would do.
so sorry. Oh, that
That's
makes me
weird.
sad.
Why My Little Ponies? And why Apple Bloom? She was like the least known one.
I didn't even know there was an Apple Bloom.
Yeah. Anyway,
I couldn't tell you. I don't watch My Little Pony.
You know what? And we're glad.
I have more Waymo's news.
Ooh.
Apparently, 3 Waymos created a traffic jam and a standoff in San Francisco.
What? How did this happen? Oh, wait. I've been in one. I know how it happened.
There's video of it. It happened on a dead end street and they couldn't get out.
So what'd they do?
The driverless Waymos were locked in a standoff on a San Francisco residential street Saturday, frustrating human drivers who were subsequently blocked in on a dead-end road.
So what did they do?
2 of the autonomous vehicles appeared to have made contact, while a third approaching from the opposite direction froze upon sensing them, unable to navigate around each other. Trapping other drivers for several minutes. Can you imagine? You're just like, I don't even know how you get out of that. Now, are they the ones that somebody's in like a little like tree stand using a joystick?
Nah, I think it's full autonomous.
No,
isn't
it's
it?
completely autonomous.
So there's no, I mean, unless they use their Waymo brains and figure out how to navigate, they're just stuck there. And then all the human drivers are stuck behind them in the dead end.
Unless you turn your volume on, like they can talk to you when you're in the back seat of the car or the front, like the Waymo people, wherever they are.
Oh.
But it's ironic though, because they seem to know, they know all the traffic signals, they know the speed limit, they know all of those things. So you would think that maybe they were without any occupants. And so they didn't have anybody to like, hey, we're stuck. Like to tell them from the car, we're stuck.
Yeah, but legit, what do you do? I mean, how do you get?
I think you'd have to tow them away. You'd have, look, guys.
Waymo sees this quote as a teachable moment.
A teachable moment? Like I'm looking back on my getting in my Waymo.
I would know. You wouldn't find me dead in a Waymo.
Look at this.
Oh, Waymo tech came out and resolved the traffic jam. So like a real person had to come out.
Yeah, because like right there on that little touch screen is, because we were talking about what could go wrong. Right there is where they can talk to you. If you choose to. Because, for example, they'll tell you, buckle your seatbelt. Like if somebody isn't buckled, they'll tell you. If you have more than 4 people in the car, they'll tell you. They're watching. So it makes sense that a tech would come out, but you think it happened pretty quickly that somebody could come out and help it.
But what's to keep that Waymo from just driving you into a building?
Nothing.
Can you imagine if it was a police standoff, you said, right?
Well, that was no. It was just a three-way Waymo.
So was there a Waymo story like a couple weeks ago where you said that there was? Can you imagine that situation?
The Waymo drove the people through a SWAT team standoff.
Yeah. Can you imagine if that guy like got away because the SWAT got hit by a Waymo and then the guy just takes off? I would never get in an autonomous driving car. I barely even like riding with people that are like other people driving, unless it's somebody that I like. Not having a human there to drive and have some human intuition, like, oh, there's a SWAT team right there. Let's go a different route. Yeah, I'm not getting in a Tesla or a Waymo that is autonomous. That is one of the dumbest things. It would freak me out. Something like that would happen if I got in a Waymo, knowing my luck.
Like it would just drive you into like, what do you do if a road's closed?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
like all of a sudden they had to close a road.
Yeah.
You didn't know it.
Bridges out.
I need some old Uber driver that knows the city like the back of his hand to say, I know a back route, and then go and say, I'm not trusting a Waymo to say. Yeah.
Preferably speaks English. That Uber driver.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is fun. It's like being in a monorail, but on real roads with real
Crazy.
people.
Scary.
That's terrifying.
So that's it for Hot Flash News for this Wednesday. But we did. We covered a lot.
It's a good Hot Flash News, Allison.
That was good.
Maybe we'll have some texts about it. Maybe we'll talk about, is God real? Is science counter to God? Are we really going to get into that?
We really are.
Oh my God, I need my coffee. All right, we'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. So we have some text, JP. We have a lot, and we thank you for a lot of texts.
833-687-4448 if y'all want to get in on the text line. Badger from Athens says, in reference to the Pride match, from my time in the Middle East, Islam will forgive being gay. However, once forgiven, the penance is death unless things have changed. Talking about the...
Oh, okay.
So is that really forgiveness? We forgive you, but we kill you.
I guess so. I don't know. It is weird. I'm genuinely
like
curious.
maybe you still go to heaven, but you have to die.
I guess is what he's saying. I'm curious though if they're actually going to follow through and play that match.
I'm just telling you,
See if-
I don't see how that works out unless they've made a deal. They've paid the countries a lot of money for the humiliation for them having to do it. I mean, that's just the way their countries see it. That's just period.
I
That's
agree.
just facts.
Egypt and Iran tell FIFA to cancel World Cup Pride match, calling it contrary to values.
Wait, are you making that up?
This just came out at 12:05 today.
Go
And
figure.
this
Let
is
me-
not on Not the Bee.
This
mean,
is
this
on
is-
Yahoo. The nations. Okay, I'm just reading this.
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
think they would. I'll stop it if I get to a bad word. But the nations involved in the first ever World Cup Pride match are asking FIFA to cancel it, calling it culturally and religiously contrary to their values. The International Soccer Tournament's first ever Pride themed game is set. It features Iran and Egypt, both countries where same-sex sexual relations are criminalized. Okay. Oh, it goes on to say that the Egypt Football Association said we completely reject such activities which are directly contrary to cultural, religious, and social values in the region, especially in Arab and Islamic societies. What are all the libtards going to do with that? Those are their heroes.
Yeah,
Those are the
exactly.
people they are protecting. And now the people that are their heroes that they're protecting are being homophobic.
Yeah. They're probably going to put up some strongly worded statement.
How do you rectify both of those? Like, seriously, how do you reconcile that if you are a liberal?
Also, what's wrong with groups in the United States rejecting and saying no to the same kind of things, the same kind of Pride Month matches or whatever?
Yeah.
Why is it only the Islamic countries that can say no without any sort of penalty?
It
They're gonna
doesn't
say
mean
no.
It doesn't mean FIFA will cancel it.
Right. But I'm saying they're saying, nope, we're not going to do it. And probably not going to happen. Meanwhile, Christians here say, we don't really want to do that. Oh, you're terrible.
But they might have to see. This is a real conundrum for the
It
left.
is a real conundrum for the left.
So we're going to have to watch this.
This is a great story.
Do you see any other? Are you looking?
Stories about that?
Yeah.
No.
Like any other? Okay.
I think that'd be the latest. I figured that'd be the case. Them asking them to cancel it. They probably won't.
They're not going to. I
And
don't
so
think
then
they'll
do
play.
okay. So they forfeit. They're like, we're just going to. Then you don't. Well, that stinks.
It does. I don't
But
know.
that's what our girls that play volleyball with
Men?
guys on the team or basketball, whatever it is. I mean, you at some point you have to just
Draw a line.
die on that hill.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of love this though. This is awesome.
It backs them into a corner.
This is the left eating their own.
Wow. What is
Let's
the
do it.
What is the need? I understand it's June. Okay. It's Pride Month. What is the need to do? It's like when the Dodgers had made all their players wear rainbow hats,
Mhm.
and Clayton Kershaw wrote the Genesis verse on the side of it. Like,
Yep.
you're literally doing what you accuse Christians of doing, imposing your morality upon people. Not everybody's okay with that. Newsflash. Okay. So it's just
Make everybody wear
ridiculous.
crosses on their hat.
Irony is thick.
Irony.
The
Irony is thick.
Irony. Ooh, I just am here for this little showdown. I'll be refreshing all night. Okay. Is God real on the other side? It'll be a really light topic to end the show. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And JP, as we dive in, your suggestion is valid. Let's play that clip first, and perhaps even the one that followed as well, for Theo Vaughn. And I don't know the other guy's name.
Andrew Huberman, who is like
Andrew.
a neuroscientist. He's
I really like him.
gotten really popular, having his own YouTube channel with like neuro tips and stuff like that. Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Do you want to play Elon clip first?
Let's play it.
Okay, so this is Elon talking with Katie Miller on a podcast about God, if he believes in God. So here it is.
To the most.
The Creator.
What's your current position on God?
God is the Creator.
You don't believe in God, though, do you?
Well, I believe this universe came from something. People have different labels.
Yeah. That's a guy, Elon, though, who very recently, not too long ago, was saying that there was no evidence for God. He didn't see any evidence for God. And now, I mean, it's like in the past, I talked about, Joe Rogan being more open to Christianity. Elon's only the smartest, richest guy in the world. So it'd be pretty cool if he'd be one on the good side. But I can pull up the other Andrew Huberman clip if you want. But I mean, it proves that atheists like to claim that only dumb people are Christians. Christians are the ones that can't understand science, and that's why they believe in their sky daddy, because they're dumb and stupid. Well, that is literally the smartest man alive, you could argue. Elon arguing for God, that the universe was created, not just Big Bang,
Well, somebody had to light the match.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have the ad hominems of sky daddy, dumb, all the things. So you're attacking people without engaging the argument. And the argument is, can something come out of nothing?
Yeah.
And if so, how? Because it did. We just argue over who did it. Somebody did. But I think it is through science that you see the intricacies of our creator. I think science proves God.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
I think the Andrew Huberman clip is really good too, and then we can flesh it out a little more on the other side. But this is Andrew Huberman talking with Theo Vaughn about God and how he sees God in science.
Every day.
I pray every day. Yeah.
Me too. I'm a scientist, but I'm a believer. I've always believed in God, and I used to hide praying because I grew up in a complicated home religiously. We've got a real mixed family, but also like the attitudes about religion very mixed. Some very positive, some not positive. But a few years ago, a friend of mine who was a former Tier 1 operator and he's run some of my security stuff, he encouraged me to start reading the Bible. And I was like, wow, there's so much wisdom here. And then he encouraged me to start praying. And I know people are going to, some people roll their eyes. Some people will be like, get it immediately. When you start praying before sleeping in the morning, I prayed right before I came in here. Went in the bathroom. I literally get on my knees and pray before anything important this morning, at night. And people, how can you be a scientist and believe in God? And it's like, well, easy, because as a scientist, you learn that even as let's just say a vision scientist, there are animals that can see parts of the visual spectrum that we can't see. UV light, infrared light, pit vipers can see it. Mosquitoes see things we don't see. So the moment you start just thinking, wait, our human brain can understand and make sense of certain things, but not others through logic and reasoning and emotion, you go, well, there's this not just possibility of an entire set of energies out there that we're not aware of. It's absolutely certain. And then you go, well, that's a big leap to the idea that there's a guy or, and his son is is Christ, and Christ was resurrected. But when you start reading the stories and you start looking at our real world experience, you go, so much of this makes sense. And it doesn't make nature and science any less interesting. It makes it more interesting. It makes it and more important. It's like we're here. I believe that we're here to access that energy, allow it come through us.
It's so good.
I mean, design, if you have design, it implies a creator. There's no way around that. And you can't look out into the world. Your body functioning. Like the fact that our hearts beat, we don't even have to think about it, that we breathe, that all these things take place without us even having to do anything. There is clearly design there. And that doesn't just happen. I mean, think about how much faith you have to actually believe that two little things smack together.
Yeah.
And the birds fly and we can think and our eyes can see. I mean, it just doesn't. I think there's so much more faith that you have to have in believing that this came from nothing.
For sure.
And wouldn't you, I always go, wouldn't you rather take a chance on something?
Mhm.
Even if we're all wrong, wouldn't you rather just take a chance on that?
Yeah.
And at least hedge your bets?
I mean, order cannot come from chaos. It's
Right.
illogical to think that without an outside,
Force.
force creator. People say about atheism, they can explain everything, every part of their argument. They can give you an answer for if you just allow them one miracle. That one miracle is that all of this came from nothing, and that everything just came into beings. Oh, well, who actually did that? Well, if you just give me one miracle, I can explain everything else. It's like, well, no, actually, I agree with you. It takes a lot more faith to believe that than to believe that, well, everything is in order in the universe, and everything has a purpose and design, and the fine tuning of the universe, where literally Earth is in the happy zone, and life is not even possible if it's anywhere else.
Yep.
A millimeter here, there, it not possible. Life is not possible. Like, all of that to take into account, that it takes a lot more faith to believe all that just happened on its own than there's a creator.
That you don't have to be accountable to.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want to admit it.
I mean, that's just easier.
Yeah.
Darwin made it easy for people to believe that there was no God and you could be your own. Communism makes it real easy. Islam makes it easy to believe, you know what, I'm in charge, and I may not even make it, but it makes it much easier when you remove God from the equation, because then you can live how you want to live. You can do what you want to do. But then at the end of the day, how is that working out for them? I don't know. But I do have Hugh Ross. When I heard this 20 or 30 years ago at my church, this really hit me hard, that he is an astrophysicist. I don't know that he is still alive, but he maintained a growing list of 122 constants, anthropic principles that are set on a razor's edge, what you just said. Any one of these things, and in most cases, we wouldn't exist. So there's just 6. Think about these. If you are thinking there's no way, there's no God, just think about these. 1, if the universe expanded at a rate 1 millionth more slowly, the universe would not exist. If Jupiter wasn't in its current orbit, its gravitational force could not protect us from the comets that would destroy the Earth. If Earth's rotation, if it were longer, temperature differences would be too great. If shorter, atmospheric wind velocities would be too great. If the Earth's 23-degree axial tilt was altered even slightly, temperatures would be too extreme for life. And then 2 more, oxygen to nitrogen ratio in atmosphere. If larger, life functions would proceed too quickly. If smaller, life functions would proceed too slowly. And then the magnetic field. If stronger, electromagnetic storms would be too severe. If weaker, there's no protection from solar wind particles. That's just 6 of a list of 122 things. But I remember hearing that as a young person thinking, oh my goodness, I came to faith when I was 4. I've always believed. But the older you get, the more you appreciate the detail that it took for the Lord to create the earth. The idea that we are here on purpose, but the idea that he took such care to hang the planets so that life for us could exist makes it even more important that we're here on purpose to do what he asks us to do. Each of us has gifts, skills, and talents. But to take that all away and to suggest that there was just a bang, one day everything just happened. Come on. Intellectually, in your soul, you know that that's not true. We know, Romans tells us, we know, everybody knows, but they choose to suppress it. It's just there. And one day we'll have to deal with the suppression of that. They will have to answer for that. But to understand this list blows my mind. Or the idea that if you say there is no God, for example, but you went to dinner and you had a delicious meal, do you really think the meal just showed up on your table? That nobody didn't like it just, here it is, here's a meal. Or you've heard the argument for the watch on the seashore, and you took it apart and you looked at all the details of the watch. How did that watch run? How was it put together? Like, you just go piece by piece through the universe and you think it takes more faith to believe there was nothing than there is something.
Why do you think all of a sudden we see these celebrities, influencers, sports figures, all these people turning to God? What do you think it is about right now?
It's a revival. I genuinely think evil got a foothold in society over the last several years, and I think people who have any sort of soul sense it. And that's why Generation Z is going back to church in such record numbers. I think Elon in particular, I think he was really touched by Charlie Kirk's death. I think I know he was at the funeral, and I think he saw the worship service, that one of the biggest worship services in terms of eyeballs ever, probably. And I think he was genuinely touched by that. I just think people are fooling themselves, and I think they can sense sort of the spiritual battle deep down. I think that's the answer. I genuinely, this is our optimistic story of the day. I really think there's a revival going on with people like Elon, people, in the public space. And I think they're realizing it, that this way of, evil is not the way to go, that God is real. And even Jesus, we can talk about the evidence for God, the evidence for Jesus alone. I mean, with independent historians proving Jesus's existence, non-Christian historians, he appeared to 500 people after he rose from the dead. We got the eyewitness testimony of the Gospels, the Shroud of Turin, which I'm full on board, think is legit. With the evidence there, the evidence for Jesus alone is so compelling. I think people realizing you'd almost be silly to think that the world came from nothing than to look at all the evidence for God and Jesus and just deny it. So I think they feel it deep down in their soul. I think there's a revival, genuinely.
You know what? I know we've got to take a break, but to hear Andrew talking about, because it's a lot of these science guys, or you wonder, are they talking about what God are they talking about? They'll use the word God, but very few talk about Jesus or the resurrection, and he did both. So we're like preaching the gospel, and I think that's a big. Who was it the other day that? Oh, it was Tucker Carlson who was talking on his podcast, and he was talking about that. He was like, most people are pretty cool if you talk about God, but you start throwing Jesus Christ around, and that's when people get really squirmy. And that's when the real weight of what you're talking about in the gospel and how it pierces souls comes through. So to hear Andrew talking about that is pretty remarkable. Obviously something's going on. When we come back, there's a text or two that I want to read.
Okay.
And then, of course, would you rather?
Of course.
We don't even have a choice in that one.
No.
We'll be right back. Whoa.
Hello and welcome back to Rightside. I think I'm just going to do just one.
Just one.
Just one. Okay. So, JP, how do we want to wrap the show today?
Did y'all want to read those texts?
You have to read a few. Well, Jimmy from Somerville says, keep up the great work.
Oh, thanks, Jimmy.
Always love.
We'll do our best.
We got an unnamed texter here. Says bear is a rather dated slang term for a gay man. When you said, quote, poking the bear in that context, I chuckled.
I didn't know that was a thing. So we learn new things every day, Anonymous.
You know, we do learn things like we didn't know what balls to the wall meant.
We didn't. And it's an actual like
an airplane term. Anyway, we love digging into where these little sayings come from.
It's true.
And now
Fun
I
with
will not
words.
say poking the bear with FIFA Pride Month.
You don't know what you don't know.
Sorry.
Brad from Crimestone County earlier said, and here I thought the DC pipe bombers fetish was going to be women who don't wash their feet.
Nope. Brad, it was My Little Ponies. You
But-
would have never guessed that one.
He also said, talking like that, Huberman is not far from the kingdom of God.
Amen.
Allie from Athens is talking about what we were referencing earlier with all the facts and the fine tuning. She said, if the sun were 1,000 miles closer at any point in the seasonal rotation, we would burn to death. If the sun was 1,000 miles further out from the earth, we would freeze to death. Only 1,000 miles.
That's not very far in
And it's not.
eternity, in the universe of infinity.
All right, you want to do Would You Rather? Or is there another text you want to go?
I think we're good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do y'all get flu shots?
No.
No.
I used to.
Yeah.
But during COVID, we stopped because we realized what a farce they are.
So when I was a kid, I would get the
nasal
spray, but we stopped doing that when I was like 10, and I'm on a 22 year streak, no flu. So no, I don't get the flu shot.
Yeah. Well, I was leaving the place that we ate lunch. Did you see that big sign across the
I
street at the
did.
pharmacy?
Yes.
And it killed me. It said, get the flu shot, not the flu. I'm like, that's such a lie. Everybody I know that gets the flu shot gets the flu. And apparently it makes you like 56% more susceptible to the flu. It doesn't help, and it like contributes to dementia. Did y'all see that study that came out?
Study. We should probably put that in the montage so we can talk about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen a video of it, but I did bookmark it. But I was curious. It kind of made me mad that we're still
They're so the same. I saw that and I was like, oh, you mean so you can make some money?
Yeah, off my health, because I will get.
That's
the
a
flu.
hard pass.
Yeah, the last time we had
That's not wood.
plastic.
You can knock on your head.
The last time we had the flu was when Jennings was born, or Jared had the flu. That was 21 years ago.
Well, and I think my little dumpling has it now, but
Oh.
she's at college and she's coming home. She's probably on her way home right now. I mean, that's just going to happen. But I'd rather you have it and go years in between having it.
Yeah.
But this idea, I mean, half the time it's not even the right strain. And they're like, oopsie. And you feel terrible, even if it's just for that, 24 hours post shot. No.
Doesn't it have lots of mercury and
Yes.
like weird stuff in it?
Wouldn't surprise me. It's not worth it.
Anyway,
Please
I was
don't.
just curious.
Be part of the club. Don't do it.
We got about 1 minute.
Okay,
Wanna
go.
do Would You
Okay,
Rather?
sorry. I got sidetracked.
It's okay. This is a good one. Would you rather be able to read minds or predict the future?
I would rather predict the future because if you read minds and you know what people are thinking, it would drive you crazy.
I'd say predict the future. I feel like I can already read people decently well.
Sinclair.
I don't want to know what people are thinking about me. Yeah, we'll just go with the future.
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
No, I don't, but we can pull up another one. Let's see.
Come
here.
on.
Okay. Would you rather never be able to keep anyone else's secrets or have someone tell all of your secrets?
Oh,
Okay. Are y'all able to keep secrets?
Yeah.
I'm a great secret keeper.
So am I. But
There are some things that maybe are fabulous and you really want to say, but there have been times where we both are like, way to keep that secret.
Yeah. It's hard because doing what we do, we know so many things. So
Mhm.
sometimes like I catch myself slipping, but I actually, yeah.
I'd rather people tell all my secrets because if I can't keep secrets, I won't have any friends. and I just won't tell people my secrets, and then that'll be fine.
That's-
Yeah,
Just, which is basically
You
what we
really
do
thought
anyway.
that one through.
yeah, exactly.
That was good.
Thank you.
I don't really have that many secrets.
I don't have secrets.
I told y'all today I don't wash my feet.
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
pretty much an open book.
Allison's is the definition of an open book.
There are no secrets.
So
You're safe with us.
we've talked about how my deodorant doesn't work. I mean,
We're real. We're the real deal.
What else is there to cover? I don't
Not
know.
much,
Tune
apparently.
in tomorrow. We might. No, there is one other secret that I won't tell. I will never tell that one on the air.
Okay. Now you're gonna
Never
tell
mind.
us.
Maybe I will someday.
Okay.
Catch me in the right mood. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. We've got the plunge.
Hmm.
We're talking a subject that might be a little dicey, but that's what we're here for. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
You're listening live